Audi has just revealed what looks like a new R8 successor. It's called the Audi Nuvolari and it's named after one of the most legendary race car drivers of all time. Chazio Nuvolari was an Italian racing driver known for his sheer speed, pure skill, and outstanding achievements when it comes to racing cars. Now, when I first heard about the new Audi R8 successor's name, the Nuvolari, it reminded me of a previous Audi concept which was unveiled back in the 2000s. This is not the first time Audi names a car Nuvolari. If you guys go back in time, there's a specific concept which was released by Audi a few decades ago, which was called the Nuvolari concept. So this is pretty much the road going version of that concept, which was released over 2 decades ago. Well, when I first saw the new design of this new Nuvolari, I was really relieved because when you look at the Ferrari Luce and the Mercedes AMG GT four-door designs, as well as the powertrains that they come with, knowing that they come with full EV powertrains, it was a big sigh of relief, to be honest. Although the new Nuvolari's design might be a little bit controversial, I still think it is a lot more beautiful than what Mercedes, AMG, and Ferrari have shown us with their new EV vehicles, especially when you look at the Luce. This Audi Nuvolari is an absolutely breathtaking design when you put that into perspective. Now let's talk about the new design from the Nuvolari. I think it's heavily inspired from the old Lamborghini Murcielago, especially when you look at the rear fenders, those super wide rear fenders that looks almost identical to the ones of the Lamborghini Murcielago. And when you look at the rear of the car, it also has some Murcielago vibes. It is super wide, super low, and it just looks very aggressive. Now, the part that's going to cause a little bit of controversy design wise is the angular design with the rough edges. It's no longer a smooth design, it's more angular, more boxy. And I think this is a direction that a lot of car manufacturers are following. Nowadays, they tend to prioritize more angular designs, and the Audi Nuvolari is the best example of that. To be honest, personally, I think it looks very aggressive, especially when you look at the front fascia of the car. It has those super low, super aggressive headlights and that super aggressive front fascia, which I'm a very big fan of. Overall, I think exterior wise, it's definitely a supercar worthy design. Now, a lot of people have voiced their disappointment when it comes to the design, saying that it does not look as good as the previous Audi R8, which, in my opinion, the R8 is one of the all time best looking supercars ever, period. I would certainly agree with these people. It doesn't look as good as the previous R8, but I think we should at least be appreciative of this bold step that Audi has taken with their new Nuvolari. First of all, it's not an EV, okay? So we should really appreciate that Audi didn't take the EV route. The car is equipped with a new twin turbo V8, which is derived from the Lamborghini Temerario. Although for the first time ever, the Audi is more powerful than the Lamborghini. The Audi producing over 987 horsepower, its combined horsepower. So most of the horsepower obviously comes from the twin turbo V8, and a couple hundred horsepower come from three axle flux electric motors. There's two at the front and one at the back, while the Temerario produces around 920 horsepower. Now, if there's one technical fact that absolutely blew me away about this new Audi, it's the RPM redline. This new engine revs up to 10,000 RPM, same as the Lamborghini Temerario. And I honestly think this is what truly sets this car apart. It's not the new twin turbo V8, it's not the hybrid powertrain, it's not even the design. I think that 10K RPM redline is what truly makes this car special. I don't think there has ever been any other German supercar that has revved up to 10,000 RPM. So this must be the very first German supercar to rev up to 10,000 RPM. In interior wise, Audi has taken a very simple route. This is one of the simplest interiors I've ever seen in any car. There's very few buttons. It's a super minimalist design. It looks super clean, super simple, although it uses a lot of high-end premium materials, obviously, because this is an Audi and it's not just any Audi, it's Audi's new supercar. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is this is going to be a limited production run. The car is only going to be limited to 499 units worldwide. So unfortunately, this is a limited production run vehicle, unlike the Temerario, which is not. So we cannot really say this is an R8 replacement since the R8 was a full production vehicle. In the last few weeks, there was a lot of speculation about Audi potentially developing a new R8 successor, and nobody saw this new Nuvolari coming. Now, nobody knows if there's going to be an official R8 replacement in the next few years, a new Audi supercar that is not limited in production. But one thing is for sure, Audi is definitely not shying away from the supercar route. And if there's one person that we can be grateful for this Audi Nuvolari, it's Audi's chairman Gernot Dorner. This guy is a real car enthusiast. He has expressed on multiple times his enthusiasm for ICE powertrains and more specifically for V8s. And if it wasn't for this guy, we would probably have never seen this new Nuvolari, or we probably would have seen it in an EV form. So this just goes to show how important and instrumental it is to have the right CEO for a car company. When you look at Toyota, for example, Akio Toyota, the CEO of Toyota, is a big car enthusiast himself, and he's actually an accomplished racing driver. So when you look at the current Toyota lineup, especially at the high performance division of Toyota, Gazoo Racing, you can see that Toyota has been putting a lot of effort into developing new GR versions of their regular cars, and this just goes to show that at the end of the day, developing car enthusiast cars that cater to the car enthusiast community, it all boils down to who controls the company, who the CEO is. So that's my take on Audi's new Nuvolari. Let me know what you think about the new Nuvolari down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.